Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader, here with your Monday morning market webcast. Okay, I hope everybody was well. I spent a few days down in Florida with my family. Had a great time. As usually happens when I go on vacation, I didn't trade Thursday, Friday with the room, and we had massive volatility, which is pretty typical. Last week was a fantastic week. We hit the week and hit the month by Tuesday. So my daughter had an event down there, and I went down and just, I decided to unplug for a couple of days. It's been a great year. I would suggest to all of you, unplug for a day or two. Reset yourself a little bit, and it's good for your trading. It really, really is. The more I look at this, and now the more that I look at it really with a fresh eye the last couple of days, the last three sessions have firmly established that the green line there, the daily mid-band, is resistance. And this market is far more comfortable trading below both the daily mid-band and the 200-day moving averages. That screams sell rallies. Every one of these rallies, every one of these pops, and they're bear market pops that has ripped the market 10, 20, 30, 40 handles, the best example of which was the one that went up to 2707 on Friday morning, have been thoroughly and utterly rejected. The last one to the tune of about 70 handles, 75, 80 handles in the course of a day. The fact that we continue to probe below 2600 tells me that this 2603 is going to get a full-throated look. Maybe not today, probably this week. The reason being, we left it down there. We clearly are interested in price both in the 20s and now in the teens, and to the extent it continues to do that, then we get our look. The first support level off the daily pivot today is 2603. So you've got that area lining up with, there are things lining up in the support resistance charts now that really aren't all that far away that line up with that low. So doesn't mean it has to happen. I don't really care. I care about the 5 or 10 handles in front of us, and that's, that works very, very, very well for us, every day. If it happens to be down to 2603, then you'll have to deal with how does it want to handle that number? Does it want to trade into the 25s? Do we start to seek the February lows? Seasonally, that seems like a reach, but at the same time, they're really killing these rallies. So I'm going to let things open up today. They've certainly walked it up from that area in the pre-market. We'll see if the bulls can hold this pop. If not, well, we should slip right back down. We're starting to engage the lower Bollinger Band on the daily chart with some pretty steady regularity. That also suggests to me that all rallies end up being sells. On the hourly chart, you can see weekly pivot resistance. Here's your new weekly pivot at 2690.67. I also think we're going to get to that this week. I think we'll engage the weekly pivot this week. If it's early in the week, it'd be a heck of a rally. If that rally is sold back down to the lows, it's going to be another great trading week, which is what we had last week. I mean, it's just, you can see the volatility right here on the hourly chart. It's an hourly chart that looks like a 5-minute chart. It's not. It's an hourly chart. So take your profits where they come. Get your risk out of things. Get yourself to even stop. Let the stuff that's working run. Be flexible. You never know when one of these things is going to turn on a dime. And the trick is, if you get stubborn, it's going to wash you away, and you don't want that. So you can see here we're kind of crawling our way up to the daily pivot. If this little mosey up into the bell gets sold, then I'm looking for a retest of 2610. If you break that, that opens up 2603. But for now, like I said there, it's a potential higher low. And until that higher low is broken, you got to wonder if we're going to triangulate or do any kind of a number of things, all of which are volatile and all of which provide plenty of opportunity in the regular session for us to meet all of our goals. This is not going to be a sleepy December. It's not going to be a sleepy 2019. There are a lot of things going on out there, and they're all, there's cross currents, there's things happening, and it's all linked up, and it's going to keep this tape volatile. All right, everybody have a fantastic day, fantastic start to the week. We'll be out with a bunch of stuff on social. I'm back at this desk. Here comes the social media stuff. Check all that out. And until then, trade them well. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade 'em well.